As we begin looking at physics, we're going to start off with a little introduction. And we'll also, in this chapter, be doing a lot of review of math concepts that should be very familiar to you. This meme basically sums up physics in one very good sentence. It's the science where you use extremely long and complicated formulas to explain why a ball rolls. We will spend a lot of time doing formulas to look at if things like if you drop a ball, how high would it bounce. A lot of the equations that we use will take a long time to solve something that seems like it should be a very simple concept. So we'll start off looking at a little bit of what is physics. So first of all, the most fundamental, all-inclusive of the sciences. So when you are looking even at chemistry, which deals with matter, physics is going to explain why are those nuclear particles held together. Physics can be the foundation of looking at why weather occurs, why different chemicals react to each other because of the forces involved. It's a lot of motion, energy, forces. So when we look at things, we're going to study mostly motion, forces, but there are other branches of physics that look at things like electricity, magnetism, light, and nuclear forces as well. So this is a picture of the top 10 reasons why you should take physics. So just looking at a few of those. Number 7, SAT, LSAT, it causes you to get a better score. Physics used to be a senior level course, and we moved it to the junior level so that by the time you're ready to take those SAT and ACT tests, you will have better problem solving skills. And physics really teaches you to think differently than you may have before. It's a lot of problem solving, typically a lot of word problem type things, but not so much that you've done in math where you're given the equation and then you have to solve the problem. Here you might be given 6 or 7 equations to pick from to then try to decide which one to use to then solve the problem. So it's going to really teach you to think outside the box. Some of these other things, if we look at teaching you to think, explains concepts like why is the sky blue, why the world goes around. We'll spend a lot of time looking at space later in the year. So these are just some very basic reasons why people should take physics. And then lastly, looking at some physics related careers, and we'll spend some time on that. But this is a kind of an old statistic, so it's probably a little higher now. Physics majors start out with a salary between $46,000 to $58,000 per year, which coming out of college, that is a lot of money. Especially in any other science field, it's going to be a lot more. It's going to be more than those other science fields. Some jobs that are related to physics that either you're going to use a lot or you might have to take in your college courses, fighter pilots, video game developers, different types of scientists, different types of engineers, and obviously physicists and astronomers. One thing to note, if you are interested in physics, at one time I had heard SEMO, and I believe there are a few other colleges in the area, if you choose to get an advanced degree like a master's in physics, a lot of times you can get that paid for because that's such a sought after field.